Hey, Slider Crusaders, if you like these videos, please share them and let's get more people to watch them. So just real quick on this whole teachers carrying guns debate. No one's proposing that we forcibly arm all teachers. Just want to be clear about that. Now, you could be against teachers carrying guns. That's a fine opinion to have, back it up. But let's agree on what the actual proposal is, right? The proposal is if a teacher wants to carry a concealed weapon, they would be allowed to. But this debate's being framed as if the government's going to force every teacher to carry a gun, like every kindergarten teacher is going to carry a gun. Like, give me a break. That's not it. This is Paul Farhis from the Washington Post. Look at this tweet. He said, let's do some math. There's about 100,000 public schools in the US and 3.2 million teachers. If you armed all 3.2 million teachers in all those schools, how many accidents would occur? How many deaths and injuries would result from these accidents? So your math question, class, would the introduction of 3.2 million guns into schools prevent more deaths and injury, or would it introduce a blah, 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 blah? Okay. No one's proposing that. Who's talking about putting 3.2 million guns in the school, right? Oh, by the way, he also went on to do the economics of this, right? About how a gun costs $300 and you multiply that by whatever. I don't even know. It ended up being like $1 billion. And he's like, oh, how is that the best use of $1 billion for our schools? Paul, no one's proposing what you're arguing against. And again, you can be against having any teacher carry a gun. If you want to make that argument, I'll totally hear it. That's fantastic. But don't make up stuff to be against. I'll just share this one last story. I was with some law enforcement friends just a couple days ago, and one of them was eating Chipotle. And the other law enforcement guy said, hey, you know they have a law enforcement discount at Chipotle. And the guy said, yeah, but I think you have to have a show of force. I think that was the word he used. If there's any law enforcement people watching now, they can correct me on that. I said, well, I don't know what that is. And he said, oh, you got to be like in uniform and have your gun showing and everything to get your discount. You just can't be like off duty, right? You got to be like showing your force. And I said, why? And they said, oh, because they want more police officers to come into their business. It's not to support the cops. They just want more cops around because they get the added protection of having police officers wandering in and out all the time. And they're like, oh yeah, Chick-fil-A, Circle K, all these other places do it. I'm sure there's a bunch more. They have these big discounts for cops, not to support the first responders, but they want police officers nearby as a deterrent, right? Would-be criminal sees a police officer, or thinks that an officer might be nearby, less likely to cause trouble. That's all this would be. Maybe a few teachers choosing to carry a gun. Someone wrote in my Facebook page the other day that their daughter's teacher is a former Marine. Why would he not be allowed to carry if he wants? Why is that dangerous? So leave your comments in the, or your opinion on this in the comments section. I want to see where most of our viewers and listeners are at. Should certain teachers be allowed to conceal carry on school property if they want to?